welcome back to Planet FM 87.6 on Radio Pakistan, and I'm your host Itfa Khurshid Mirza with our guest Rabia Chaudhary, and we are discussing about the road safety on this program today. So here I want to add something else about the importance of laws and regulations. So there have been a number of bills and have been passed to ensure the safety and security online, and one of them is the e-safety bill, which was passed in 2023, and then the personal data protection bill 2023, which were given the principal approval by the cabinet and also by the establishment of the commission to enforce it later. So, the purpose of these two bills is to protect user data and prevent the illegal use of any information online. And it would also ensure the protection and prevent the unauthorized use of any consumer's data on all types of online services. For example, if you are doing an online shopping and you have entered your information and that's got misused, and as well as data which is provided to various companies and social networking websites in Pakistan. Now, this is one of the main issues, that most of the information is compromised through the social networking websites, and the government of Pakistan is taking measures to secure that information of its citizen online. And the e-safety bill, it aims to prevent crimes such as online harassment, cyberbullying, blackmailing, and envisions the creation of a new regulatory authority that will be established, which is known as the e-safety authority. So this will ostensibly be responsible for registering and monitoring websites, web channels, YouTube channels, and the existing websites of media houses as well. The purpose of all these is to protect the rights of citizens, businesses, as well as both public and private institutions from online harassment and blackmail. So the Pakistan Telecommunication Authority is basically has the power to monitor content, which is check back and enforcement of relevant laws, online websites, and whereas FIA enforces cybercrime laws. So the proposed both these bills will monitor the front end of all websites and take notice of any violations and impose any penalties. So, the government is also fulfilling its responsibility to secure and to make your stay on the social websites safe as much as possible. So it's also responsibility of the individuals to be a responsible citizen. So what do you say about that?
Definitely. If I would say that thing again from where we started, awareness. If an individual is well aware, if an individual is well educated about these laws you have mentioned, if an individual is up to date himself or herself about the laws and regulations your government is providing, so again the thing is that information, getting knowledge about those laws is very significant and very much critical these days, that you cannot go unchecked. So again to be aware, to be get informed is very important.
So we can also see that the technology we are talking about, basically it's simply like a two-edged sword.
Exactly.
It has positives, it has negatives, it has its own pros and cons. It's just like a knife that you can use to cut fruit as well, and to kill someone as well.
It depends on how you use it.
Exactly, how an individual uses it. So the technology that is also, before the break I was mentioning that there are a number of apps that are specifically designed to ensure safety and to take help from the institutions in case of any unfortunate incident happens. On the other hand, it's the technology as well that can put you in trouble if you are not using it responsibly and wisely.
Exactly. Um, Another thing I would like to add here, that sometimes we know the pros and cons of using technology, but um, we ignore those facts.
Yes.
We ignore those happenings around because we are busy in our things, and we think, okay, that would not happen to me. Okay, I have a knowledge that would not happen to my friend or me. But sometimes that actually happened to you, and you will get shocked then. Oops, I ignored that thing, or I ignored that information, or I ignored that update that that I was informed, and now I'm in the trouble.
Mm.
So yeah.
So this is very important, that a concerning issue about safety procedures or any safety measures is that people usually tend to ignore them.
Yeah.
That okay, I mean, and one of them, it just clicked my mind, was for example, a seat belt while you are driving, and you just ignore wearing your seat belt. Okay, nothing's gonna happen, it's all right, I'm driving safe. But you don't know what happens, because it's someone else's mistake. You have to pay a price.
Yeah.
So never be an irresponsible individual, and never take safety or precautions lightly. Always follow the safety procedures and safety measures, and not only yourself, but you are also responsible. If you are an elder citizen or an elder in your family, you are not only responsible for the safety of yourself, but also your younger siblings, your kids as well. So educate yourself, educate themselves. And now the issue of online safety of children is also getting very important, that while you hand them over the cell phones or devices, so what steps you also need to take in order to ensure their safety as well.
Exactly.
So again, we are emphasizing on this awareness. Aware yourself.
Keep an eye, keep an eye on the children when you are giving them phone. Keep an eye what
Apps they
are
are
using,
and what
whatever
information
they are
sharing.
whatever they are watching. Keep an eye. It's very important. And if you see any thing that you feel that a kid should not watch this, educate that kid right away. It's very important. And nowadays, as we know that our parents or elders at our home, who are not much familiar about this technology, who are not much familiar about these smartphones, they also use social media accounts, and sometimes their accounts get hacked, sometimes they get in trouble. So beside, as you mentioned already, that your responsibility gets double. Not only educate yourself, but also help people around you, but also keep an eye your elders, if they tell them that if they're using nowadays, every parent have the Facebook account, and they do not much know about the Facebook regulations, the Facebook privacy,
how to secure their account,
accounts,
exactly,
and everything. So keep them
keep updating them that okay, this
Exactly.
is important, and this
Important.
is important for your own safety.
Exactly.
They might not be familiar of the two or factor authentication, so just let them know that why it is important.
All right. I just click in. There is something click in my mind. Nowadays, there is a very serious issue every other person is facing. That you get a call, and they would say that I'm calling from ABCD Bank. All right, and you are our customer. So give us your PIN or your code, and we have to we are updating the system and everything. I know some of my friends, they have given their PIN codes, and their bank accounts, were scammed, empty. So very important nowadays that beside, when we talk about cybersecurity, this you can say that this crime also comes in the cyber security arena or domain. So this is a new way to
I was attending a
crime.
conference, and one of the officials from the cybercrime was like that these cases have quadrupled in
Yeah.
recent times, that they receive almost thousands of calls or emails every day that their accounts have been compromised
Compromised.
just because of their silly mistake that they shared their information.
Pin code
They
or
gave
any.
their pin code exactly to some stranger, and they asked, and they pretended to be
Yeah.
someone from the bank, and then they gave their information
And
right
another
away.
thing, the you can say that the criminals or the hacker, whatsoever we call them, they talk with you in a very professional way that you sometimes cannot judge that either they are original or they are authentic or they are fake. So do not share your pin codes. Do not share your any other code or
Important
password,
information, your
important information, personal
NIC number.
NIC number. Do not share. No matter what, do not share it.
Exactly. And why we are talking about all this is because, safety in general, for every human being, again we are saying that it's a fundamental right, and you cannot exercise your right without having, awareness as well.
Yeah.
So it's our responsibility as well to aware our citizens, not only the girls, children, women, and the elders in
Elders.
general. Exactly. So we will be right back after a short break, and we'll continue with our discussion. So, listeners, welcome back to Planet FM 87.6, and I am your host Itfa Khurshid Mirza. And today we are talking about safety. And with me is our guest Rabia Chaudhary. So again and again we talked about awareness, but when it comes to awareness, that also is interlinked with education. And we all know that when it comes to getting a good education, so girls face unique obstacles that cause them to not only lag their male counterparts in terms of schooling, but also not to contribute in the development of the country. To improve Pakistani females' access to education, um, we need to improve the resources that are available to them. The key figures show that women's education in Pakistan face major hurdles, and there is a significant gender disparity in educational access, as evidenced by the fact that the net enrollment rate for females is around 49% lower than that of the boys. And this inequality especially is very noticeable in rural areas, when girls' education chances are further restricted by socio-cultural norms and financial limitations. And one of the significant obstacles to women education is also the early marriages, as 21% of girls get married before even turning 18 years of age, which raises the dropout rate. Girls' secondary school enrollment rates decline sharply as they advance in their schooling, suggesting issues with their secondary school accessibility and availability. So, a staggering around 12 million girls, exceeding the number of out of school boys, face barriers to education in our country. And the targeted interventions are needed, such as the tailored programs for young kids who are dropped out because of the social, cultural, or financial obstacles. And we also need to have public-private partnerships in order to uh, contribute to education of the girls in our country. And one thing that I would like to add is that education, it's not only the girls but for the boys and everyone. That's very important. And because it's one of the key factor that can create awareness in the society, and also they can become the valuable members in the society and can contribute towards the prosperity and economic development of the country as well. So as we are moving to the end of our program, Rabia, do you have any closing remarks, or what would you like to say?
Yes. For every woman, and every girl who is listening me right now, I have a message for them that please get yourself educated, get yourself updated, get yourself informed, keep safe and secure, and keep others and people who are around you, keep them secure as well. Be vigilant, be very much responsible, and make sure that you would play a positive role towards society. You would play a positive role towards your community, and that could only happen if you yourself get informed, get updated and educated. And I would say that keep empowering yourself, keep empowering other women, keep helping each other, and more power to every woman.
That's very important, that the women should, clap for other women
Exactly.
as well, and be a woman who help other women to rise in the society,
Yeah.
and let other women, contribute
Contribute.
as well, and be safe, and fly, and we say that the sky is the
Sky
limit.
is the
Yes.
limit. Yeah.
And just follow the basic rules and regulations of the safety, and in case of anything or any unfortunate incident happens, please do inform people around you. Be bold, and raise a voice against any violence or anything that unfortunate happens, even in your office, in your workplace, in your university, or anywhere in the society. If you see that any other woman is facing that, please be their support and
Exactly.
be their wings. And as Rabia said, that fly high and the sky is the limit. So thank you so much for listening to our today's program, and thank you, Rabia, for
Thank you
being
so much.
my
Thank you.
guest, and
Thank
it was
you.
a really great discussion.
Pleasure
And
is mine.
thank you so much, and listen, stay tuned to Blind